He'd written the music for the Deer Hunter, and he was constantly working. And I got the job to be his assistant, run the espresso machine, and he would teach me about the orchestra.
Hans Zimmer is a German film score composer and record producer. He has been one of the most popular and prominent film score composers in Hollywood since the late 80s. In a career spanning over 40 years, Hans has composed music for more than 150 films, often collaborating with some of the greatest filmmakers in Hollywood. Hans has developed a knack for elevating movie scenes with his impressive background score. His association with prominent Hollywood filmmakers, especially Christopher Nolan, has proved to be a significant success. He is the founder of Remote Control Productions and heads the film music division at DreamWorks Studios.
Except now we were in Hollywood. It made me very, very nervous. Literally, Barry had to tell me, this is okay, move on, go to the next bit.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Net Worth Now, where you get to see the lifestyle and net worth of your favorite celebrities. We hope you enjoy these videos, and if you do, please remember to hit the like button and comment below who your favorite celebrity is so we can feature them in an upcoming video.
His full name is Hans Florian Zimmer, also known as the Forbidden Q. He was born on September 12, 1957, in Frankfurt, Germany, making him 63 years old at the time of this production. He stands at 178 centimeters, or 5 feet 10 inches tall. Supporting an orchestra would seem like a natural fit for an Oscar-winning composer like Hans Zimmer. Still, the history behind the American Friends of the Israel Philharmonic Orchestra creates a more personal connection to the music man. The product of the joint vision of Frederick Mann and the organization's current music director, Zubin Mehta, who responded to the lack of Israeli government subsidy or endowment for the orchestra. The mission for American Friends was solidified in 1980. The two created an endowment fund in the United States for the orchestra founded in 1936, and the nonprofit now operates to sustain the orchestra's financial future, supporting its educational programs and broadening its reach. Zimmer's first wife was model Vicki Carolyn, with whom he has a daughter. On the 3rd of April 2020, Zimmer filed for divorce from his second wife, Suzanne Zimmer, with whom he has 3 children.
And suddenly I realized that the heart of the story is a child losing their father. And my father died when I was very young.
In an interview in May 2014, Zimmer revealed that it was difficult growing up in post-war Germany, being Jewish, and thought that his parents were always wary of telling the neighbors that they were Jewish. Zimmer lived in Königstein-Falkenstein all his childhood, where he played the piano at home, but had piano lessons only briefly, as he disliked the discipline of formal lessons. Zimmer attended École de Humanite, an international boarding school in Canton-Bern, Switzerland. He moved to London as a teenager, where he attended Hurtwood House School. During his childhood, he was strongly influenced by the film scores of Ennio Morricone and has cited Once Upon a Time in the West as the score that inspired him to become a film composer. In a speech at the 1999 Berlin Film Festival, Zimmer stated that he is Jewish and talked about his mother surviving World War II thanks to her escape from Germany to England in 1939. In an interview with Mashable in February 2013, he said of his parents, "My mother was very musical, basically a musician, and my father was an engineer and an inventor. So I grew up modifying the piano, shall we say, which made my mother gasp in horror. My father would think it was fantastic when I would attach chainsaws and stuff like that to the piano, because he thought it was an evolution technology." In an interview with the German television station ZDF in 2006, he commented, "My father died when I was just a child, and I escaped somehow into the music, and the music has been my best friend." In the early 70s, Hans Zimmer embarked on a career in music after moving to the UK, where he joined musical bands and started playing mainly keyboards and synthesizers. A stint with Ultravox gained him further exposure. He then worked on an album titled The Black Album for the UK punk rock band The Damned. His first stint with film score happened during an association with Stanley Myers, a prolific film composer. After scoring music for a few films, Hans Zimmer landed his first major breakthrough when he got an opportunity to score music for the film The Last Emperor, which went on to receive the Academy Award for Best Original Score. He scored music for Rain Man the next year, which helped him establish a strong foothold in Hollywood. Director Barry Levinson was looking for a composer for his film Rain Man. His wife had heard about Zimmer's work, and so he was immediately summoned. The music of the film was a big hit, and so was the movie. Zimmer received an Academy Award nomination for his music, and the film received 4 Oscars. In the film, Zimmer introduced new sounds resulting from a mix of synthesizers and samplers. He then carried on with his style of music for the next project titled Driving Miss Daisy. For Ridley Scott's film Thelma and Louise, Zimmer altered his music by introducing slide guitar. In 1992, he traveled to Africa to learn more about African choirs and drums for the film The Power of One. The things that he learned there helped him greatly in landing Disney's animation film The Lion King. The film was a massive critical and commercial success, and due credit for his work as a musician. The film ended up making a lot of noise at award functions, and Zimmer won an Academy Award, a Golden Globe Award, and 2 Grammys. After that, Zimmer worked with many acclaimed filmmakers, such as Tony Scott and Terrence Malick. For the latter film, The Thin Red Line, Zimmer was asked to compose music before the shooting had started. Although Zimmer found it extremely challenging, he ended up recording a beautiful 6.5-hour-long score for the film. By then, Hans Zimmer had become the go-to guy for the biggest of Hollywood filmmakers. He continued his association with Ridley Scott by providing the score for his mega-budget historical epic, Gladiator. He also worked on big-budget action franchises such as the Dark Knight trilogy and Pirates of the Caribbean film series. He led a team of composers who worked on the soundtrack of The Dark Knight, which made Zimmer a worldwide phenomenon. His association with Christopher Nolan continued with The Dark Knight Rises, the last film in the trilogy. Nolan went on to hire him for his magnum opus Inception. Zimmer continues to work in films and TV series. He composed the theme music for the 2006 Netflix production The Crown. For his work in Christopher Nolan's Interstellar, he received an Academy Award nomination. Zimmer also composed the score for the BBC documentary Planet Earth 2. He composed the score for the intro in the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. It was titled Living Football. The following year, he scored music for the CGI live-action adaptation of Disney's The Lion King, directed by Jon Favreau. In 2020, it was announced that Zimmer would be composing music for the James Bond film No Time to Die, after previous composer Dan Romer left the project. He has his own music studio in Santa Monica, California, and is the head of the film music division at DreamWorks Studios.
I was saying to Chris, what were you prepared with, which is the least amount that we can actually get through before this guy is going to quit on us?
Zimmer makes around $2 million per picture, and his average annual salary is around $500,000. As of 2021, Zimmer is estimated to be worth $200 million. He owns houses in California, London, and Germany. But he leaves his personal life quiet to himself. And the whereabouts of his millionaire musicians' houses are still unknown. In his garage, you will likely see a Bentley Continental GT, a BMW i8, and a Range Rover Vogue.